Bleach X. That time I got reincarnated as a slime by HollowKnight. Part 54. The wife asserts her place. Rimuru turns around seeing everyone coming to his aid and then watches as they make their way towards the assassin. Shuna staying behind with Rimuru, but Rimuru feels something on his back. Turning, he sees Seal or her top part hugging him. Rimuru. If you're going to do that, come out all the way. Orion freaks out seeing this as it looks like something out of a horror movie. Seal steps out fully once more, bugging Rimuru. Rimuru. Why would you re-emerge me if you were just going to do this?
Seal gives no reply, staying with her arms around Rimuru as Orion walks forward. Seal looks at her. Rimuru can tell she's sorting through his memories and seeing exactly what Rimuru thinks of Orion, and from the look Orion is giving both now and in those memories, Seal regrets trying to give her master the time to reconnect with Orion as she ends up just glaring at Orion.
Orion, I'm sorry if I did anything I didn't. Seal. Quite. Shuna smiles, covering her face with her sleeves as she chuckles slightly. Seal lets go of Rimuru and steps forward towards Orion as Seal seems to have no care for Orion's personal space, getting right in front of her, looking Orion in the eyes as Orion behind to freak out slightly. Seal. I am number one, remember this, Orion. Huh. Seal goes back to beside Rimuru, grabbing onto Rimuru and holding up a piece of cake. Rimuru. Wait, when did they have cake? I don't. Seal. Just eat it. Rimuru. But when did you? Seal. When we arrived back at husband's home, Miss Yuzu had made cake. Rimuru. Bu. Seal puts the cake in Rimuru's mouth as he stops in. Rimuru. You know I can think and eat, right? Seal. 2.
A Senkiman opens up as Rimuru new guard come rushing out, save for Aizen, who calmly walks out. Orion walking closer to Rimuru as Seal looks at her. Orion. Excuse me, but what did you mean by number one? Seal. I am husband's first in everything. I am willing to share.
Seal says share like it's a question, yet at the same time leaving no place for argument. Seal. But I am number one to husband. Orion blushes as she catches onto what Seal was saying. Rimuru, who wasn't paying attention to this, walks forward, Seal walking with him, followed by Shuna, who smiles at Orion. Shuna. You're get used to it, but don't think I'll give up my place. Orion. Huh, but I wasn't. I mean I do, but I. Seal looks back at Orion, who jumps slightly as the look. Seal. Last place. Orion's eyes widen as she falls to the ground in defeat. Orion. Last place, not fair, I knew him before most of you. Seal lets go of Rimuru and walks up to Orion as Orion looks up. Seal. Husband's heart. Has more than enough room for you. Orion. Orion tilts her head in confusion. Orion. Is she trying to console me after being the one to do this to me? Seal. I would know. Seal goes back to Rimuru. The assassin looks up to see a very angry Shion and Diablo. In fact, it looks like everyone is angry, but if the assassin is scared, he does not show it. Aizen. How interesting that you were attacked so quickly. Seems this job will be a busy one. Rimuru. Hey, don't make it sound like you're the one who fought them. Aizen. Whatever do you mean? Rimuru sighs as Aizen steps them towards, looking at the assassin as Rukia. Are you alright? Rimuru looks at Rukia, seeing Rukia look at him, a bit of worry in her eyes.
Rimuru. I'm fine. Ramirez. Hey, what is this? We just got here and you're attacked.
Rimuru. I've been here, and weren't you attacked when you first got here? Ramirez completely ignores Rimuru and just begins complaining. Diablo looks back and sees the angry look on Rimuru's face and grabs Ramirez, who begins freaking out. Ramirez. Not this again. Rimuru, tell me to let me go.
Rimuru sighs, first assassins, then this headache. Aizen moves back and raises his hands to Shion.
Aizen. If you wish to torture them, you may. I have found what I needed to. Aizen flips something in his hands. Part 55. Memories and a decision of an old enemy. Rimuru watches Aizen look at the piece of metal he took off the assassin. Rimuru. What's that? Aizen. This. It's Kazuki. It's a sign of who they belong to.
Aizen looks at Kazuki, who looks back at him smugly.
Aizen. This is an insignia if a family in Soul Society. Rimuru. Okay, and Aizen. And if they have this, it's highly likely that these assassins were sent to Kazuki. Kill you. Aizen looks at Kazuki again as Kazuki walks away from Aizen, who looks back to Rimuru. Aizen. Yes, at any rate I happen to know who the family is. If you were to give the order, As it were, then we would be able to strike them. Rimuru. Who are they exactly, Aizen? They are a noble family known as the Tsuneyashiro clan. The head of that clan is someone even I have a problem with. He's complete scum. His name is Tokunada. I will happily kill him, but his family sword may be a bit of a problem. It can to my knowledge copy the abilities of Zanpakuto.
Rimuru puts a hand to his chin as the other Soul Reapers arrive, making sure everyone is fine as Shunsui and Yukitaki make sure to check on Rimuru. Rimuru. Always a problem, huh? Shion. Rimuru-sama, let me take care of them. Rimuru looks at Shion as a few thoughts run through his mind. Rimuru. I'm giving an order as the Soul King. Shunsui and Yukitaki perk up and look at Rimuru, followed by all the other Reapers. Rimuru. They no longer hold the name of noble family. Bring Tokunada to me. Byakuya and Yoruichi share a look before Yoruichi smirks and Byakuya nods his head.
Byakuya. Are you sure you want him brought before you? I myself shall strike him down if need be.
Rimuru. No, bring him to me, that's all. Shunsui. Well, you heard him. It wouldn't do to let the Soul King down. No, it wouldn't do to let someone who came back and helped us when he had no stake in the fight down. We owe him more than we could ever repay, so as the head captain. Take them out. The Soul Reapers opened the Senkimen before running through it as Rimuru's new guard stayed in the human world.
Rimuru. Must be strange, huh? Aizen looks back at Rimuru. Rimuru. Seeing Karakura again with the memories attached to this place for the two of us.
Aizen close his eyes as he remembers being grabbed by the face and thrown into a mountain. Flashes of the battle run through Aizen's mind before he remembers the pain of the Mugetsu.
Aizen. It's nostalgic but nothing more. I'll be going as well if that's fine with you, Soul King. Rimuru. Fine. Aizen walks through the Senkimon as the doors to it close behind him. As they shut, Aizen grabs his chest, reminds the pain and yet the feeling of shock at watched Rimuru no Ichigo dies after using his greatest attack. Aizen. I suppose being the good guy and helping to give some respect to someone who may be my only equal is fine. Aizen begins to walk through the Dongai meanwhile.
Rimuru. But what about all of you? Rukia. We're staying here just in case. Diablo looks at Rukia and is about to give a snarky reply before Rimuru says something. Rimuru. That's fine. Hey, how about we go get something to drink? The bread dried my throat. Seal. You're lying. Rimuru. And you know why I am. Seal. 2. Rimuru and the others begin to walk towards Kurosaki Clinic. We the Soul Reapers enter Soul Society and begin to head towards the Tsuneyashiro family home. To be continued.